Right, for the filling for the cheese pie, I've got a Swiss cheese, a little bit of pungency. I've got a classic Irish cheddar, some Stilton, chives, a little bit of remaining leek, 4 little onions, and some eggs, Leon Perrins, cayenne pepper, paprika, some cream, some pepper, maybe some salt, but maybe not too much. I just need to soften these onions before they go into the pie mixture. Everything else goes in raw. Some fairly long bits of onion. Same with this. Cut it in half and then across. I've got them softening on a very low heat because I don't really want them to caramelise. Gonna mix all the ingredients together. Putting in the eggs first on the off chance that I break some shell into there. In with me cheese. I've got quite a lot of cheese. It's quite a lot really, but it is a cheese pie. 100 mils of this cream. Healthy spoon of mustard. Another spoon of kruidkoek. Just got some herbs in it. It's a bit light. Some Leon Perrins. Some cayenne. Some paprika. Some black pepper. A tiny bit of salt, but not too much, because the cheese already has a high salt content. My Stilton. Massive load of chives, absolutely loads. You can also use parsley. Here I've got 450 grams of plain white flour for my pastry, 200 millilitres of water, about 170 grams of butter. So melt those together, then toss them in the flour. You can see now my butter and the water has melted. Just add that to the flour. Just work it all in. Eventually you end up with that lovely hot thing to work with. For the lid, I'm going to take just under half, maybe, well I guess a third. Now, before I put that in there, I've got to line it with some baking paper. One of the problems sometimes you get when you put baking paper in is it's hard to get it to scrunch up in the sides. All you do is scrunch up the paper, unscrunch it, and do that about 2 or 3 times. Here's my mould. Over that goes. So, just cut those off. Okay, and there's your base. So, got me filling, which I've added the onions to. I didn't want to add them in the other shot because they were still warm and I was a bit worried that they would cook the egg. Roll that on there. Push in. Try not to leave too much air. And pushing with your fingertips so that the two bits of pastry stick together. Again, cut off the excess. Nearly done. Give it egg wash. I'm just going to use the yolk. By just using the yolk, you give it even more of a sheen. You can see hopefully the difference of using just an egg yolk. Last thing to do is just a little hole, just so that some of the excess air can escape. In the oven for about... Okay, I've just taken it out of the oven after about an hour. And you can see as lovely and golden it is. I'm just going to cover it now with some foil for about half an hour to an hour because I want it to come right down to just above room temperature. This is something to be served not boiling hot with the cheese dripping everywhere. It should be served at a sort of 50-60 degree temperature. So it's been resting for about an hour. Just going to lift it over to here. There you have it.